We got the OG FG. How you doing, man?
What's going on, AG?
I'm good, man. This is a real honor to have you on. I think you're a very respectable man. Like you stay 10 toes down. I have nothing but respect for you, man.
I appreciate that.
Definitely. I got to start off like this, man. A lot of people question the paperwork if it's legit on Mob James.
Hmm.
What do you have to say about it?
Well, I mean, it's 100% legit, and I think a lot of the people I seen, been getting a lot of texts, a lot of comments, people in question about it, but at the same time, it's 100% authentic.
Right, right. There's a couple questions that I like to ask you about it.
Hmm.
How come James's name isn't on the paperwork? He's only
Well,
referred as CW.
because I didn't go to trial. When you go to trial, you have you have the opportunity to get the trial transcripts, and in the trial transcripts, you get he has to come get on the witness stand, do his part, and his name. They don't redact anything in that. You know what I mean? So for me, I took a deal. It's going to be redactions. You know what I mean? But if you had an argument, with a lady at the grocery store, you're going to remember that argument with that lady at the grocery store if somebody else was to bring it up. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So for the naysayers or people who believe that that's not him, my question back to him is, why would I just accuse this man, a reputable at this time, a reputable Compton legend? Why would I, accuse him of this kind of, ordeal when it's, if it wasn't true? You get me?
Right. Why come out now? What made you want to speak out and put this out?
I mean, he spoke on me, Like I said before, we handle our shit in the street. You know what I mean? And you never heard from me because he never spoke on me. But when you speak on me, you know what I mean, and you try to, he asked for it. Specifically said, "Hey, FG, if you got any paperwork, if you got anything against me, you got to bring it out." And
Mm.
if he would have left my name out of it, and he kept it between him and whoever he had beef with, we wouldn't be here today.
Did you know of Mob James like before? Because ever since 2000, the internet has exploded, and he was on a podcast he started a few
Mhm.
years ago. What'd you think of his podcast and being like this person in media? What'd you think of him doing that when you saw
I'm gonna
that?
be honest with you. I never listened to it. I'm gonna be honest with you, AG. I wasn't a. I didn't go to. When I search YouTube, I search in other things, fishing, hunting, motorcycles, Harleys. I never watched the Gangster Chronicles. I never watched a YouTube video of James. People would send them to me though in my text.
Hmm.
Homies, look at this, look at this. I might watch a little piece of it, but I'm living my life, so I didn't think about it. You know what I mean? I didn't care.
Right. Is there any other like paperwork or evidence of Mob being like recorded of regarding your case or no?
No doubt.
So there is.
Hell yeah.
Is there more pictures or more or recording audio recordings, video surveillance, anything that we could expect for you to put out or
Well, listen, AG. We talk about the wire that he wore.
okay.
What do people think they did with the wire? I mean, I'm sure people didn't know they didn't throw it in the trash. You know what I mean? So of course it is. But I mean, I'm not so eager to just put stuff out. My word in itself should substantiate. You know what I mean? I'm going against a Compton legend that could have been. You
Right.
know what I mean? So my word itself is just, and the paperwork that I put out should substantiate exactly what I'm talking about and what I'm accusing this man of. You know what I mean? And it's
Mhm.
not accusations, it's facts.
Right.
I did the time for it, AG. You know what I mean? And when you go do that kind of time, you know exactly who and what and where what happened.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. You said that. I don't think people, the audience, public, really understand how those are 10 years. These are not like you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
this
That's
ain't 2 months. Yeah, this ain't 6 months or 3 months or this was decades. And the toll that it took on not only myself, because I went and did the time. I stood up while I did it. This stuff takes a toll on your family. This stuff takes a toll on your children. This stuff
mhm,
takes a toll on, aunties and uncles and grandmothers. You know what I mean? So this wasn't just something that took a toll on me. I wouldn't, did my time.
right.
But you have to realize and understand that when, as a man, just like if you was to leave today, leave your family, leave your responsibilities, you know, the toll that it would take on a whole family.
Right. Can you talk about how it affected you and your family being away for that long?
I could talk about it. My kids can talk about it. We can all talk about it. Me personally, being a street dude, AG, you know, I think I took it more light than my family did. You know what I mean? Because you know, I was out in the street, I was out doing the things I did, and in reality, you know, sometimes this comes with the lifestyle that you live. You know, you
Right.
reap what you sow, basically. You know what I mean? So it wasn't that just when the feds came, you know, I was like, you know, so disappointed. You know, it was more like I was disappointed because a homie of mine, you know, went to work for him and laid me down like that. Now the effects that it took, um, like I say if I was taking my grandmother to dialysis every week, say if, you know, not to mention my kids, I have a lot of kids, man. They depended on me in so many areas, you know, emotionally, spiritually, you know, financially, you know what I mean? All that got took away when the homie, you know, did this, you know, my kids and my wife and my family, it was affected more than me. You know what I mean? Because I went and did the time, you know, but people don't realize the effect that it takes on your family. You know, like just for say, my oldest boys, you know, they 28 right now.
Mhm.
They was like 10 or 12, they was like 12 when I left. Do you understand from 12 to 20? That's your most that's the years that you need a father. You need guidance. You need, you know, everything you need to nourish as a man. And they missed out on that because I was gone. So yeah, it took a deep toll on my family.
Mhm.